Genryuusai Shigekuni Yamamoto is a supporting character from the manga anime series, Bleach. He was the captain of the 1st Division in the Gotei 13 and also the captain commander, holding the highest authority of the Gotei 13. As the captain commander, he ensures balance is kept and Soul Society is protected from those who threaten it at all costs. He would eventually meet his end at the hands of his longtime opponent, Yawatch, who returned from the shadows and sought out to destroy the Gotei 13 and all of Soul Society. Upon his death, he was casted into hell and earned himself the epithet, founder of the Gotei. History. Around 2,100 years ago, Yamamoto was the Genryu founder and Genji school head instructor.
At some point, Yamamoto founded the Gotei 13, as well.
Yamamoto was himself a teacher at this academy, and personally instructed Shunsui Kairaku and Jushiro Yukitake. He admits to being rather proud of the two. When they became captains, he boasted about them as though they were his sons. During Yamamoto's time as an instructor, Jojiro Sasuke routinely visited him, always referring to him as Ijusai Dano, a reference to the large scar on his forehead, despite knowing it annoyed him. He insisted it would be wrong to use Yamamoto's real name. During one of his visits, Jojiro told Yamamoto he wished to be his right arm and compensate for anything which Yamamoto could not do. When Yamamoto told him to become his disciple, he declined. At Yamamoto's behest, Jojiro tried to defeat him with his Bankai. Though he failed to defeat him, he left a permanent scar on Yamamoto's forehead, crossing his earlier scar. Others began to refer to him by a different name due to the new scar, but Jojiro refused to use this new name. As a result, Yamamoto decided to call himself Genryuusai. Approximately 1,000 years ago, Yamamoto became the captain commander of the Gotei 13. Around the same time, he failed to kill Yawatch. On various occasions, Yamamoto would catch the young Shunsui Kairaku sneaking into his room. On one particular instance, he scolded the boy for doing so. When Shunsui asked about a picture of a dark silhouette within a field of fire, Yamamoto explained how the picture was of a monster which appeared in Soul Society a long time ago. He stated it had appeared at a time when Soul Society was facing a difficult situation, and the monster's appearance had made the situation worse. When Shunsui asked a question about the monster's return, Yamamoto stated he probably would not. At some point, Yamamoto came across Sajin Kamamura and gave him the opportunity to join the Gotei 13, despite him not being a human soul. Sometime shortly after Kenpachi Saraki joined the Gotei 13, Yamamoto forced him to learn kendo because he had not learned any formal swordsmanship training, having bypassed those normally necessary qualifications due to the way he attained his position. Concerned by the devastation which Kenpachi could cause if he were to ever rebel after growing even stronger, Central 46 had Yamamoto stop the training after just one day. Powers and abilities. Master Swordsman. As the founder of the Shino Academy and a warrior with over 2 millennia of combat experience, Yamamoto is the most powerful combatant in Soul Society. Few would hope to come out alive from a fight with him. He can fight 2 captain-level Shinigami simultaneously with a single hand. His skill in swordsmanship is great enough to take down his opponent with a single precise strike. Shunpa Master. Yamamoto is highly skilled and experienced in the art of Shunpa, outracing Shunsui Kairaku and Jushiro Yukitake during a chase across the Siriidii. He overtook both captains, and arrived at their destination first without even being noticed by them. Master Strategist and Tactician. With his years of experience as a teacher and warrior, along with being the commander of the entire Gotei 13, Yamamoto is a very intelligent man. He can quickly adjust to new developments and make quick decisions accordingly. He has great tactical acumen, proven by his preparations for the battle in the fake Karakura town. As noted by Aizen, Yamamoto is very cunning, setting up a trap to kill him while Aizen was focused on the Visored and the rest of the Gotei 13. He is a very perceptive man, easily deducing Captain Mayuri Kuratsuchi was hiding knowledge on the bounce. His skill at battle tactics is undeniable. As general, he commonly sends the captains and divisions out to engage in battle, be it to relatively small or large threats, and has done so for a number of centuries. Immense spiritual power. Being one of the oldest member of Soul Society and second oldest Shinigami behind Retsu Unohana, Yamamoto possesses an exceedingly powerful Ryoryoku. Its sheer strength is great enough to easily break free from 4 overlapping and high-level Bakudo spells restraining him. Even Aizen openly acknowledges Yamamoto's power is superior to his own spiritual power. Yamamoto states he has served as the captain commander of the Gotei 13 for over 1,000 years because there has not been a Shinigami stronger than him born in all this time. Masterful Ryatsu control. Yamamoto can exert his Ryatsu to induce fear in captain-level combatants, and can physically paralyze combatants of lieutenant level and lower simply by gazing in their direction. Yamamoto's spiritual pressure has the same effect as his Zanpakuto, for it is the elemental representative of fire. He tends to glow with a fiery aura, which has the potential to burn and set his surroundings on fire without the use of his Zanpakuto. It is the formidable pressure of his Ryatsu which makes the Ryatsu itself look like flames. When Yamamoto is enraged, his Ryatsu is powerful enough to be felt all around Siriidii with tremendous force. Immense strength. In addition to his surprisingly muscular physique for his age, Yamamoto possesses tremendous physical strength. He easily and swiftly put a large hole into the chest of the monster Ion without much effort at all, using only the blunt end of his cane. With a single hand, he stopped one of Ion's strikes and overpowered it, despite it having enlarged its arm and increased its strength several folds. With one punch, he put a large hole through the chest of Wonderweiss Margila while he was in Resurrection and sent him flying back several city blocks. He tore off Wonderweiss' arms, with his bare hands, with little to no effort. With a single double-fisted strike, he shattered Wonderweiss' entire body into pieces. Immense endurance. Despite his old age, Yamamoto can fight for long periods of time, even when outnumbered, with no visible signs of exhaustion. He can take direct attacks from others unfazed. He can endure being impaled on a sword without so much as flinching from the perceived damage, even when the blow is dealt by the likes of Aizen. Even after being bifurcated by Yawatch, Yamamoto survived and managed to grab onto his cloak. Immense durability. In addition to his resilience, Yamamoto possesses remarkable durability. He fought against 2 of Soul Society's strongest captains, Shunsui Kairaku and Jushiro Yukitake, and emerged without any sign of injury. He took an onslaught of punches from Wonderweiss's multiple arms twice, and came out completely unfazed by the assault. With no more than simple scratches, he sustained an explosion of flames which had the power to incinerate all of Karakura town and a great area around it. In his younger years, he challenged Chojiro to defeat him with his newly achieved Bankai, and in the end only suffered a light scar on his forehead. 2,000 years later, he would take on a barrage of powerful lightning strikes from Chojiro's fully mastered Bankai and only be singed by its power, though he stated it had become weaker. He can easily deflect a giant Heilig file from a stern Ritter with one hand without any noticeable damage done to his being. Sakatsu. Yamamoto uses Sakatsu on Wonderweiss. Hakuta Master. While it is unknown how much his ability has declined from old age, Yamamoto remains a highly skilled and dangerous combatant even without his Zanpakuto. In addition to his skill in swordsmanship, he is a master in hand-to-hand combat. He effortlessly caught a strike from the deceptively fast Ion. Yamamoto can deliver powerful blows which can smash through a Spada-level arrow, and block the majority of multiple punches from a multi-armed opponent. Ryujin Jaka. Yamamoto's Zanpakuto is the oldest and most powerful fire-type Zanpakuto, and has greater attack power than all other Zanpakuto in Soul Society. In its sealed form, Ryujin Jaka usually takes the appearance of a harmless wooden staff, which can be used like a spear. At any time, Yamamoto can remove this disguise by peeling off the wood, revealing its true form of a standard katana, with a dark purple handle and a circular handguard. Its power is so great, even the strongest of Shinigami are afraid of it, even in its sealed form. After Yamamoto was killed, Ryujin Jaka, now scorched and shattered, was returned to the 1st Division barracks. Ryujin Jaka at Shurikai command is reduce all creation to ash. The release of his Zanpakuto comes with an extreme release of spiritual pressure, affecting all in the area, and can be felt for miles upon miles across all of the Siriidii. Shurikai's special ability. When released, the blade of Ryujin Jaka is engulfed in fire. The aura of this weapon disintegrates everything and anything which Yamamoto waves the sword at, changing it into nothing more than ash, and engulfs the surrounding landscape in a blazing firestorm, the heat of which is intense enough to scorch the sky. Only powerful fighters such as Shunsui and Yukitake can resist it, but even then only indirectly. Even in its Shurikai, Ryujin Jaka is powerful enough to fight against the Shurikai of 2 other captains simultaneously, both of whom had the reputation of being the strongest captains in Soul Society while together. Unlike other known Zanpakuto, resealing Ryujin Jaka does not deactivate any ability already used against an opponent, proven when Yamamoto imprisons Sosuke Aizen, Jin Ikamaru, and Kanin Tozen. Bankai, Zanka no Tachi, longsword of the remnant flame. In its Bankai, the blade takes the form of an ancient and worn katana, severely scorched by fire. Bankai's special ability: upon activation, any flames previously produced by Ryujin Jaka are absorbed into the blade. Zanka no Tachi incorporates the full power of Yamamoto's flames into the blade. The flames within the blade burn anything it cuts out of existence. Zanka no Tachi has the side effect of depleting the moisture in an entire area, at least the size of the Suriidii, causing the air and the water to dry up. Even Toshiro Hitsugai's Bankai, Daigyuren Hyrinmaru, cannot be used, for its ice melts due to the intense heat of Zanka no Tachi. Over the course of 1,000 years, the power of Zanka no Tachi has greatly increased, changing from having once set ablaze anything it cuts to incinerating anything it cuts out of existence. No flames are visible as it cuts, Yamamoto claims, releasing his Bankai clads both his blade and his body in the flames of the sun, and that prolonged use of his Bankai can destroy his opponent, Soul Society, and even himself.